Yes, good evening. So earlier we're discussing the architecture brief, a brief of the complete construction plan to be given to the architect, which includes design specific functional areas, what all design specific areas like OPDs, IPDs, OT, CSSD. These are they have to be planned accordingly according to the requirements of infection. Like OT and CSSD are infection should be very infection free. They should have some sterile zone into it and all that. Interrelation between the various areas should be preparation of drawings and models that all the drawings and models should be prepared beforehand, and electricity and air conditioning should be proper. Lifts and firefighting equipments should be in place, as firefighting equipments really can be very critical in dousing of fire for to manage the fire. There is another requirement during the hospital planning is that there should be there should be some areas uh, around the hospital should be earmarked for the easy movement of the firefighting vehicle. This area is called setbacks. This area is called setback, as this setback area can become very crucial in dousing the fire for the easy movement of the fire tender. बहुत सारे हॉस्पिटल्स में इस सेटबैक वाले एरिया में पार्किंग की होती है, जो कि बहुत गलत है। इन केस जब फायर हो जाए, तो फायर हो जाने के बाद में ये बहुत बड़ा इशू क्रिएट कर सकता है। I have seen in few hospitals that these setbacks are being some encroached by some encroachers with permanent settlements in government hospitals, and no one is drawing their attention towards that part. This has become a real problem. Water supply there should be a regular water supply. अगर regular water supply नहीं होगी, water is the core and essential part of any kind of work that we do. Finalization after discussion with the planning team. It is a written document. It is a written document which explains the operational policies, types of services provided, interrelationships, and interdependency of each facility. It includes site information, functional content, workload, staffing, equipment, policies and procedures, schedule of accommodation, zoning, financial aspects. Once the design is finalized, a tender is issued in two bid system. Bids are examined by the planning team. Finally, the contract is awarded to the prospective contractor construction agency. Now, there's an operational team, there's a tactical team, there's a strategic team. So, an operational team, which is a junior management, the tactical team, which is a middle management, the strategic team, that is a senior management. So what do operation team do? Day-to-day decisions, simple and routine work they do. Tactical team, how to achieve policy which has been made by the strategists. Medium term, and it is comparatively less complex. Strategic and senior management, they take the policy decisions, long term, complex, and this is a non-routine work. Strategic planning. While the construction is on progress, simultaneously the strategic planning are started for staffing, equipment, machineries and furniture. कोई भी जब नया हॉस्पिटल खोला जाता है तो उसमें इस बात का ध्यान रखा जाता है बहुत ज्यादा कि सारा का सारा हॉस्पिटल एक साथ नहीं खोलना है। सबसे पहले ओपीडीज ओपन करेंगे, फिर धीरे धीरे करके उस पे एडमिशंस के लिए 5-10 बेड्स ओपन करेंगे, फिर जैसे जैसे और बढ़ेगा तो 10 के बाद 15, 20, 50, 40, 60, ऐसे करके धीरे धीरे करके बढ़ेंगे। क्योंकि सारी जगह पर एकदम से अगर आप सारा स्टाफ बैठा बैठा दोगे तो सो इट वुड बी द वेस्टेज ऑफ द स्टाफ और वेस्टेज ऑफ ऑल द रिसोर्सेज। तो इट विल टेक सम टाइम, और धीरे धीरे करके जो भी जितने भी स्टाफ होता है उनको धीरे धीरे करके रखा जाता है, बिकॉज इट इज कंप्लीट वेस्ट ऑफ रिसोर्सेज। अगर कोई पेशेंट नहीं है तो धीरे धीरे करके बेड्स को ओपन किया जाता है। 5 बेड्स, 10 बेड्स, 15 बेड्स, 50 बेड्स, 60 बेड्स, 70 बेड्स, इन दिस वे। ऐसे ही इक्विपमेंट्स, सारे इक्विपमेंट्स एक साथ नहीं ले जाते हैं, पहले बेसिक बेसिक इक्विपमेंट्स लिए जाते हैं। फिर उसके बाद में ग्रेजुअली ग्रेजुअली जैसे जैसे हमारे पास जिस जिस तरह के पेशेंट आते रहते हैं, उस तरह की मशीन्स को हम साथ साथ लेते रहते हैं। ठीक है। एंड द सेम विद द फर्नीचर ऑल्सो। तो स्टाफिंग में क्या क्या होगा, मेडिकल डॉक्टर्स को देखना पड़ता है, नर्सिंग स्टाफ को देखना पड़ता है, टेक्निकल स्टाफ को देखना पड़ता है, नर्सिंग असिस्टेंट को देखना पड़ता है, किचन स्टाफ को, एडमिन स्टाफ को, सैनिटेशन स्टाफ को। इन सारे स्टाफ्स को हमें पहले से रिक्रूट करके रखना पड़ता है, ताकि क्या है, हमारे स्कूल फंक्शन को रिसोर्सेज किया जा सके। इसको बोलते हैं मैन पावर प्लानिंग, MPP, मैन पावर प्लानिंग। मशीनरी इक्विपमेंट्स, कि भाई हैवी इक्विपमेंट कौन कौन से इन्वेस्टिगेशन मशीन्स हैं, इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स कौन कौन से यूज करने हैं, ट्रांसपोर्ट कैसे करना है उसको, स्टेशनरी एंड रिएजेंट्स जो भी हैं वो कैसे, रिएजेंट्स कौन कौन से कैसे कैसे हमें प्रोक्योर करनी है, कौन से कपड़े, लिनन्स, फर्नीचर्स, ड्रग्स एंड डिस्पोजेबल्स। ये मटेरियल की सारी प्लानिंग हमको हमको स्टेप वाइज करनी पड़ती है। शुरू शुरू में हमें सिर्फ बेसिक बेसिक बातों पर ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, धीरे धीरे करके हम हर तरह की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज को इनकॉर्पोरेट करते जाते हैं। The term equipment planning means all items necessary for the functioning of all services of hospitals. It is necessary to consult with the architect designing the building early so that the facilities planned will be of sufficient size to accommodate equipment and render the necessary services. A room-by-room equipment list is then complied and reviewed by the admin, medical and department staff. So there are two kinds of equipments. Sorry, three kinds of equipments. Built-in equipment. These includes counters, cabinets in laboratories, pharmacies, and other parts of the hospital. Elevators, incinerators, coolers, fixed steriling unit, etc. These are usually included in the construction contract, and planning of these equipments is the architect's responsibility. Now, the second is depreciable equipments. This includes equipment that has a life of 5 or more years and is not purchased through the construction contract. These are large pieces of furniture which have a relatively fixed location and are capable of being moved. Example: diagnostic and therapeutic equipment, laboratory instruments, and office furniture. Non-depreciable, these are small items with low unit cost and a lifespan of less than 5 years. This these are generally under the control of the storeroom and are bought through other than the construction contracts. They include kitchen utensils, surgical instruments, linen, and waste baskets. In a patient-centered environment, design solutions will respond to the needs of the patients profile both architecturally and through material selections. Should consider the following: infection control standards, design story, healing environment, and physical environment. Commissioning. Building commissioning. The process of verifying in new construction all the subsystems for mechanical, plumbing, and electrical, fire, lift safety, building envelopes, interior systems, cogeneration, utility plants, sustainable systems, lighting, lighting, wastewater controls, and building security to achieve the owner's project requirement as intended by the building owner and as designed by the building architects and engineers. Process by which an equipment facility or plant which is installed or is complete or near completion is tested to verify it if it functions according to the design to its design and objectives and specifications. Once the construction is completed, installation of air condition, lifts, equipment, and machinery, recruitment of staff, hospital. The hospital is commissioned, advertisement is made in paper, publicity in the local area, date of inauguration is finalized. The shakedown period after the commissioning of the hospital, some time is taken for the functional integration of different units, services, staff, patient, and community. This period is called shakedown period. Machines are tested, staff recruited and trained, standard operating procedures are made, maintenance service is put in place, materials, linen, and stationery procured. Then start the routine and the regular functioning of the hospital. So in conclusion, technology requirement must be met, clinical needs must be considered, safety is a major factor, standards and guidelines are essential, importance of role of hospital staffs in construction and design must be considered. Okay. Now we'll just give me 10 minutes. Now moving on to the ventilation in hospitals, people can suffer, suffer and even die as they're exposed to decisions that they did not have when they have to come to. People can suffer and even die as they're exposed to diseases they did not have when when they come to the hospital. Often there are things we as hospitals planners and engineers could have done to prevent that germs from being there in the first place. These diseases causing organisms enter the building on air supply, moisture produce breathe in the. These diseases causing organism enter the building on air supply, moisture produced, breed in the reservoirs installed, and move about on vehicles we maintain. Air contaminants, which includes fungus, mold, bacteria, inorganic and organic matter, cause many problems from the nuisance colds to fatal pneumonia. Cause poor indoor quality. Solution: the need to restrict the air movement in and between the various departments, the specific requirements for ventilation and filtration to dilute and remove contamination in the form of odor, airborne microorganisms, viruses, and hazardous chemicals and radioactive substances. The different temperature and humidity requirements for various areas, the design sophistication needed to permit accurate control of environmental conditions. Older air ventilation system, air intake, public exhaust outlet. Air intake. Intakes must be located to draw in the best quality air. They must be away from the vehicle's exhaust, plumbing stacks, and other contaminant sources. Louvers in outside air intakes should have surface so designed to prevent entry of rainwater. These intakes should be located as far as practical, but not less than 9 meter from combustion equipment stack exhaust outlets, ventilation exhaust outlets from the hospital or adjoining buildings, medical surgical vacuum systems, cooling towers, plumbing, vent stacks, smoke control exhaust outlets and areas that may collect vehicular exhaust and other noxious fumes. The bottom of the outdoor air intakes serving central systems should be located as high as practical but not less than 1.8 meter above ground level, or if installed above the roof, zero point 0.9 above the roof level. Exhaust outlets, these exhaust should be located minimum of 3 meter above the ground level. Just give me 5 minutes, please. These exhausts should be located at a minimum of 3 meters above the ground level and away from the doors. Care must be taken locating highly contaminated exhaust, example from engines, fume hoods, biological safety cabinets, kitchen hoods, and paint booths. Prevailing winds, adjacent buildings, and discharge velocities must be taken into account. AHU, Air Handling Unit. The main constituents of AHU are blower and drive mechanism, cooling, heating coils, and condensate or drain pans and humidifiers, etc. As the air passes through various sections, it is susceptible to various kinds of infections. AHU includes drain pans, housings, AHU insulations, heating and cooling coil. Air filtration to prevent the flow of air containing infectious particulates. Air filtration is provided in air handling units, which filters particles, pathogens, and water droplets carrying into the air, carried into the air, either from the coils and humidifiers or through leaks of low pressure side of the unit. For critical care areas like OTs, ICUs, emergencies and recovery areas, normally three-stage filtration is provided. Now, now what is this three layer? This is pre-filters. These are the first stage filters having efficiency 70% down to the microns. These filters are cleanable and washable and installed at the inlet of mainstream. Fine filters BS6540. Second stage filters having efficiency of 99% down to 5 microns. These pressures drop into the dirty conditions should not exceed 20 mmWg and initial drop should be between 6.5 to 8.5. Now these filters are washable. HEPA filters with efficiency of 99.97% down to zero point 0.3 microns used for operating room and ICUs. They are especially high flow types which with more media to handle higher air quality. Duct system. The function of the duct system is to convey the air between the 2 points, that is AHU, and the room to be conditioned. It also carries the room air back to the air conditioning apparatus. Duct cleaning has been vital and complete aspect of the hospital infection control. In addition to the contribution by HVAC, HVAC is heating, ventilation, air conditioning, airstream infection in conditioned space is also handled by the local factor, that is wet walls, interior finishes, furniture, tiles, carpets, cleaning and disinfection. Carpets, cleaning, infection agent, disinfection agents, floor tiles, granite tops, patients and attendants. Chemical pollutants, odors, and fungal are the major health hazards in the indoor environment. This causes allergies, sickness of respiratory tract, high incidence of sickness due to allergies, asthma, fatigue, headache, cold, and respiratory disorders are a result of poor indoor quality. Requirement of proper ventilation system in hospitals, keeping good indoor air quality, ensuring infection control, that is to protect the patient from becoming infected, maintaining air temperature, relative humidity and air pollution, avoid pollution, usage of natural air and light, the patient's rapid development and recovery. Need of fresh air in the hospital, that is OT, need 100% fresh air, 17 to 28, adjustable, Percentage of relative humidity required of fresh air 40 to 45. Minimum percentage of total air change required 25. Patient bedroom 24 to 28. Percentage of relative humidity required of fresh air 30 to 40. Minimum percentage of total air change required is 15 to 25. For ICU, 24 temperature, 40 to 45 relative humidity, 12 to 25 air changes per hour. In the recovery room, 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, 30 to 40 relative humidity, 15 air changes per hour. General areas, 24 to 30, 30 to 40, and 25 air changes. New system of ventilation in hospital, mechanical system are used in the urban hospitals where less space is available, no other than natural alternative available. Natural system of ventilation, not in OT and ICUs, used in green hospital where more space available, tall hospital buildings. Conventional system or mixed ventilation system used in old hospital. Mechanical ventilation they use vacuum pipes, exhaust fans, compressors, condensers, evaporators, automated temperature adjustment system, air distribution system, smoke detectors, exhauster, high frequency alarm system in case of fire. So this is how the whole system is look. Limitations of mechanical system, high energy consuming, maintenance is required, higher cost, more space requirement, high risk of accident due to vacuumed pressure. Technical support is always needed. So we need to maintain the technical supervisor also. Mechanical system used widely in many corporate hospitals and other constructions. Channel tunnel used high pressure mechanical ventilation system connecting rail track between UK and France, which has a 50-50 kilometer distance. Natural system of ventilation, a properly designed ventilation system can clean the air, creating air zones in the hospital, while badly designed ventilation system can be a source of airborne infections. You can see that how ventilation is there, open ventilation is proper layout designs are required. Divide areas into zones, large windows for every room, sliding grill and duct windows, wide entrance, natural light and humidity and temperature maintained passages for the keeping the good internal indoor air quality. All windows and passages angled to ensure proper ventilation, natural light, and heat control. So, what are the benefits of natural ventilation? It reduces electrical consumption up to 27%. Natural light, ventilation, and solar energy system can save 40 lakh rupees year in 500 bedded hospital per year. No technical and engineering service required. Patient recovery rate increases. Patient prefer naturally ventilated rooms. Green hospitals using natural ventilations. Con- Constant flow of natural fresh air. There's a constant flow of natural fresh air. So, in conclusion, people feel better in the good quality indoor climate. When the indoor climate is good, people feel better. Staff people also work more efficiently because the environment is good, is ventilated. They do not feel they suffocated. Patient recover more quickly. Hospital must have to consider proper ventilation and natural light system during planning. New system of ventilation needed. New technology and engineers are playing vital roles in the hospital. Thank you very much. So, if you have any queries, you can connect with me at any point of time, and we can conclude this session today.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.